from Bloom Where You're Planted. I've got my seed starting light all set up. I'm excited about that, and I'm ready to start my seeds. So let me show you how I figure out what to plant or what to start and how to do that. So if you're a newbie gardener, this is for you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on the computer and I go to, like, Dave's Garden is a good one. You can just put in your zip code. That there's a big difference between your last average freeze and your last possible freeze. So I know that the last possible freeze I'm probably going to get is around April 14th. What I do is I go ahead and take the last average freeze date, and I count back 4 to 8 weeks. I want to get my plants started, my seeds started, like 4 to 8 weeks before that last average frost date, just to make sure they get a good start under grow lights. I can even carry them outside and get the sunshine during the day because in my area I have that ability. Then I'm gonna plant them after this last average frost date, and I'm gonna be prepared to protect them. So some ways I can protect them are, cheapest way is like paper bags put on top of them with stakes, or milk cartons. So start collecting your milk jugs at the same time as you start your seeds. Like, cut the milk carton in half and you have the top there. I'll show you when I plant mine what I mean, but you have the top there with the lid on, and you can kind of mound up dirt around it. So you've protected your little plant and you mounted up dirt so that it's not going to blow away, and it insulates it a little bit better. Another way, if your plants are getting bigger, like tomato plants, you can use 5-gallon buckets to put over them to protect them. Or out my garden, I have much of my garden covered with the PVC hoop houses, and I have frost cover over it. So I don't know if it's just my area, but North Dallas is really unpredictable. Just the other day, on Wednesday, it was 13 degrees. And then today on Sunday, I think it was 72. So that's a big jump. And so we're pretty unpredictable, and that kind of messes up the average frost date. So the first thing I do is I make a list of what I want to plant. Then I want to make a map of my garden. See that? Before I order my seeds. I made a map here of my garden because I have 4x8 raised beds. So these are all my raised beds, and these are my 2 herb gardens right here. And so I put exactly what I want to plant everywhere. Then I know what I have room for. So in each bed, I've got to circle what's gonna come next for the warmer season. But I do see a lot of gardeners, newbie gardeners, trying to cram everything in one bed. And you know why? Because they don't really know how big the plant gets. I didn't know. And so I first started gardening at a community garden. And that is really fun because you can really see, even if you're not growing it in your bed, I could look over and say, wow, collards get really big, or okra, oh my Lord, it's taller than I am. So I urge you, if there's a community garden in your area, go there, in spring. Plant your garden you've got going, leave plenty of room for things, but then visit your community garden, and they'll let you just walk around and look at things and say, oh man, visit in spring, and then a little bit later as summer gets on, visit then, and you can see the zucchini plants get big, and you can really see for yourself how much room you need to leave for everything. So my point in saying this is, if you plant your plants early and protect them, then they can get started growing before it gets really, really hot. So you can get them started, get them off to a really good start, planting them early and protecting them from freezes by those methods I mentioned. And then you can really extend your growing season then. So you can get a good harvest. A lot of people plant too late, and then it gets hot really, it gets hot really quickly, and the cool season stuff starts to fade before they really got established and a good harvest going. This reminds me, I should mention that root crops like beets are direct sown seeds. I do those directly in the ground because the root crops don't do so good transplanted, I found. Some seeds I'm excited about that I've got coming in the mail is I'm gonna do some strawberry beds up here, and I'm gonna start them by seed. They're kind of a mixture between an alpine strawberry and a garden strawberry, so I'm gonna see how those do. Okay, I think that's it for tonight. Can't wait to get my seeds and really get started. Any day now. I'll include you when I do. So kids are grandmas again, so we've had a quiet time together. So let me take a snapshot of my garden plan here, and then I'll say goodbye from Bloom Where You're Planted. Happy seed starting. Oh, I'm so excited about spring.
Hello.
Okay, the
How are
family
you?
is back. There's my night in baseball cap and jeans. Hey, princess. Hey, our homestead dog. We are taking care of another dog who's very thirsty right now. Lucy, can you say hi? Oh, there, yeah.